So I wasn't going to make a video tonight. I really was running out of ideas right now this week, and I've just been doing some editing. But this one popped on my radar all of a sudden with a couple videos and a couple discussions online that I just sort of perused through. The big topic all around the world right now is politics and politics, and you've got one side versus the other side, and they're bashing heads against each other, and you're wrong and I'm right, and I'm better than your side. Your side does this, my side does this, blah blah blah. We try to get away from it a little bit in board games, but the discussions and the feelings, I think, are starting to creep over, and that's why I feel like this video really needed to be talked about. Like, are board games becoming more like politics? And this is probably going to be a very unpopular topic to talk about, but I think it deserves talking about because this is a really important point that I think needs to be focused on. Today and over the course of the week, the big thing in the background has been ISS Vanguard's anticipated launch. It was supposed to launch on the 8th, and it was delayed. But a couple big name YouTubers, personalities, did some videos, and Quackalope and Board Game Co. they collaborated and did some playthroughs, and I think Dice Tower did a live playthrough, within the last 24, 36 hours, and putting their thoughts out there on it as well. And then all of a sudden, I'm part of the ISS Vanguard group on Facebook. Just, I like to get the information as well, just like everybody else. So somebody posted a link there to King of Averages review. The comments rained down because the title was something along the lines of looks really boring. When you post something like that, as I learned firsthand, negatively in a group that is full of people that are super enthusiastic about it already, you can imagine how well it went over. And there was a lot of name bashing, there was a lot of character attacks, there were a lot of just immature comments. And I feel like that in a microcosm is the political side of the board game world right now. And there were a couple comments in there that were sort of, hey, you know what, you can disagree with his opinion and still be, not a jerk about it or rude, which I believe is what you have to do. And now, why am I talking about this? And what was the other thing today is Shut Up and Sit Down, Quinn's, posted his review of Etherfields. And I happened to be scrolling on Reddit and I saw it on there. And the similarities between the comments on that review there and the comments on Facebook regarding the King of Averages video were very similar. You have a lot of people feeling justification in a very negative or rude way that they are better than other people, and that because they agree with one side or the other, they are part of the absolute truth that it is. That in the first case, that either ISS Vanguard truly is going to be boring or it's going to be absolutely one of the best games ever, even though you can probably count on two hands the number of people that have actually played it outside of Awakened Realms. Similarly with Etherfields, where all of these people are taking Quinn's opinion as good and as well thought out and eloquent as it is as the absolute truth, that everyone else on Board Game Geek who's rating it higher, or anyone else who even dares feign that they like it, is absolutely and utterly out of their minds. And they're only doing it because they backed it and paid a whole bunch of money for it. There seems to be, especially on these big topics from some of the larger names especially, this division within our community as well, which is, again, like I said, a microcosm of the world as a whole. I think we need to be better at being able to talk about things we do not like in a respectful and even engaging way. And that is the definition between critiquing and just being critical and pure criticism of it for the sake of doing so. And you can be not rude, not immature, and not petty about it at the same time. And for some reason, people feel the need to be that way, especially online, because of the anonymity. we have to be able to show as a community that we can rise above that, and that, you know, the what really needs to get said, and these comments are often buried within these threads because it's more popular to pile on and feel your own vindication than it is to say, you know what, different strokes for different folks. Because that's truly what it's about. Like, I don't know if I'm going to like Ether Fields. Now I'm second guessing it, to be honest. At the same time, I know that my opinion and what I like doesn't line up with Shut Up and Sit Down. I respect their opinion, but I have come to a lot of different conclusions about the things that they have put out there as well. And I'm okay with that. But I'm always interested to hear what other people say, and I'm always up for a good debate. Not a good insult slogging at each other. That doesn't do anybody any good. But that's what's easy to do, especially over, you know, the anonymity of the interweb. And for some reason, people feel like it's better to do. I had a comment on one of the videos from last week that was more than a little bit snarky. I don't know how they got linked to my channel. I'm not big enough to probably get a whole lot of links elsewhere, but they felt the need to make a snarky comment, and I went to just, you know, politely reply to it, and it had already been deleted. And I feel like that's what people need to think about is, would you be okay with saying this to someone out loud in person? And if not, you probably shouldn't be writing it in the first place. You know, this is the golden rule. Do unto others. If it's not nice, if you don't have anything nice to say, you know, I'm not going to say don't say anything at all, but think of a nice way to say it without being insulting to someone else. You know, a lot of people put a lot of hard work into stuff out there, and just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean you can also disparage it in a uncouth way. There are ways to go about doing that. I know I need to be better about that as well. There have been plenty of times where I've had to stop myself from replying to comments, commenters on, you know, various sites and various social medias because I said, what's the point of this? Is it productive? Is it leading to constructive conversation? And the answer, frankly speaking, whether it's politics or board games, has been no. I want to see a hobby that does better at uniting people and doesn't further the divide along a different line than the issues that are already dividing us as a country and a world in the first place. You can disagree with somebody. You can disagree with how they feel about a game. You can disagree with how they act as a person and not be insulting because of it. And that's true whether you're commenting on someone else's work as something they've done for a review purpose for a game, a preview purpose for a game, a comment on something else, or just when you're interacting with them within the confines of our hobby. It's something just to remember. If you wouldn't say it to your mom, or if it's not how you would say it to your mom, you probably shouldn't say it in the first place. And just apply that within our hobby. Come on, guys. I don't know a lot of the details. I don't know a lot of the nitty-gritty behind either of these games right now. I haven't played either of them. I don't know what my opinion is going to be. So I don't know whether I'm going to agree or disagree when it comes to ISS Vanguard or Ether Fields or any of these other big-name projects. Is there too much bloat in some of these? Absolutely. Is the bloat going to bother me? Probably on some of them. Probably not on others. It's something that I'm willing to talk to somebody about rather than just slam them based on their opinion being different than mine. So yeah, there you go. Impromptu video tonight. Wasn't planning on it. Have fun gaming. Enjoy what you play. Like your own stuff. Thanks for watching. Stay classy. Seriously. Stay classy. I'll see you later.